And here's my review of Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe. Uses the silver concept Corvette. He does have these little exhaust pipes that like fold out due to gravity, and then they sit in. That's mostly for his robot mode. I think they're supposed to be sitting straight out like that. For vehicle mode, he rolls fairly well. And silver with blue windows. I don't really need to point out colors or anything. One, you can see him, and two, there's not a whole lot to him. He looks a lot like Jazz from the first movie, color-wise. He's that same kind of shiny silver paint. Transformation, we'll get right to it. I like to start off by pulling the arms, untabbing these, and pulling the arms out of the rear. It's going to make it a little easier as we get further along in the transformation to have these already out. So I go ahead and pull those out. Then I'll go, and the way the hoods, like I said, there's a tab in the slot, but it doesn't just snap in. You kind of want to take this and lift up one side of the hood to separate them. And then you want to, after that, you want to pull the hood piece off and pull it out to the side. Pull the hood piece off, pull it out to the side. We'll leave those there for right now. We'll go ahead and do the feet. The feet, you want to fold so that front of the car is facing the front of the robot, and then fold this whole piece down and around. And you can fold this piece down more as you do that, and then fold this piece in. And then there's a heel piece back here that you want to fold back. Fold that down. Fold the heel piece back. All this stuff. And that's all there is to that. It takes a little doing to get these lined up just right to support him, but you'll figure it out. And then the back of the robot, we can go ahead and flip out his hands here on the sides. And then this body, lower body part unplugs from here. This whole back piece folds down. This comes up around the arm joints, and it's going to plug all the way up here into his chest. And then this piece you're going to flip up and fold down onto his back, and then fold the exhaust pipe up to sit behind his head. And then we fold these back, and then his arm blades, they're geared, so you just flip them around, which is nice because they could have just made these so they just spun around as one piece, and then they could get saggy and and flop down. But this way they actually stay sticking straight out of the arm no matter how you position them with those gears holding them in place, which I think is very cool. So fold that one around. Now I like to fold these up in such a way like this, and then around so the blade looks like that, or not the blade, the front of the car, up, fold it up and down so it comes in on the outside, and then tuck them in. They don't go all the way in, but then fold them in kind of at an angle as much as they can, and that gives them kind of a decent, kind of a cool looking design on his back there. It does stick out a lot. He does have a big backpack, and people have had these folded down. You can do them however you want, but I think this is the official transformation, or close enough to it, and that's the way I like it. The legs you can extend, and it takes a little doing to figure out exactly where you want these heel pieces to go to support him in robot mode. I'm usually a lot better at it than this. But just fiddle with it. Just you'll get him, and eventually you'll get him. So because he can stand very solidly when you find the right spot. And the problem is it's different for different surfaces. Like on my dresser at home, he's probably in his ideal configuration. But there you go. See, there you go. You can stand. He's fairly stable. Well, okay. I just got proven wrong. But I was whacking the table pretty hard, and it's not a really solid table. But he can stand up. He's a little wobbly, but it's just a matter of finding that right sweet spot to get him going. But all in all, very cool. Just show them off from a couple different sides here. And again, the pivot, the ball joints, these are actually a rubbery plastic, and they've got like a little slot and groove. They're actually attached to little slots in his leg. And then the actual joints are like some transparent joints behind there, so it looks like he's got these piston joints, but his legs are actually moving on some transparent ball and socket joints. hidden behind there, and it's really hard to spot him. Just the way it's designed. And then as you bend his knees, you can see those little blue pieces move and fold out as his knees bend. And again, just to get a quick size comparison here, if you've got, hold on, oh come on, you were just doing so well. There we go. Here he is with the movie Wreckage figure. Now this is the bludgeon repaint, but exact same figure as Wreckage from the first movie. So you see he's the same deluxe size as most of the Revenge of the Fallen figures. Here he is next to the Silver Alternity, right there. And here he is next to the Jetfire and Optimus combined Legends figures, which is pretty cool. And that's all there is to say. I mean, like, I honestly cannot recommend this guy enough. He's very cool looking. He's actually a lot more stable when you figure out the sweet spot on where to put his ankles. And it really isn't hard. I'm just fiddling during a video review, so don't let my video fool you. He is actually pretty stable when you find the right configuration. He's got these neat arm blades that fold around. But overall, just a very nice design for a bot. And I highly recommend him. I mean, he's easily one of the stars so far of what we've seen of the Revenge of the Fallen figures. So pick him up. Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe.